Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you for being here, and hopefully you are someone who wants to know a little bit more about Queen Mary University. Now I am here to help. So last week I uploaded a video about the pros and cons of being a student in London. Now that video ended up being like 20 minutes long. So actually, instead of going through the pros and cons of Queen Mary, I'm going to split it into two separate videos. I'm going to talk about the best things about Queen Mary and then the worst things in a later separate video. So with no further ado, let's just get straight into it. So I'm going to be presenting the best 10 things about QM. So yeah, there's a lot of them to get through, so let's just go straight into the first one. Also, these are not in no particular order. I didn't rank them. They're just, in my opinion, the top 10 things about QM. So the first thing I would like to say that is the best thing, or one of the best things about being a student at Queen Mary University, is the fact that QM is a campus university. Now I don't know if that's a real term, but what I define as a campus university is a university where its accommodation buildings, its lecture buildings, its overall premises, and overall structure of the school is all consolidated in a specific area. Does that make sense? It's when the whole university is in one place, basically. And that is not actually something you find in London. But QM is one of those rare universities that are like that. And I think it is such a big pro because, first of all, you don't have to travel. Like, you don't have to take the bus or the tube to go to school. And secondly, it just really reinforces that familiarity feeling that you have because everyone lives in the same place. I mean, other schools in London have, buildings all across London, and you find yourself really distant from other students because they live in halls that are on the other side of the city. So yeah, the second thing out of my big list of 10 best things about QM is the fact that it's in London. Now that for itself speaks volumes. If you want to know more about what that means, go watch this video. But basically, there's a lot of pros that come with that itself. London, of course, is one of the biggest metropolitan cities in the world. There's always something to do and you'll never get bored. Number 3. QM is in Mile End, and that is actually in Zone 2, even though Zone 2 is still very relatively close to central London. I mean, it only takes you like 15 minutes to central by tube. Actually, it makes a significant difference in rent prices. So I think in other universities like LSE, UCL, and King's, the rent prices, start around 215 or 210, and then they go, up and above. But for QM, prices were generally around 150 per week for all student halls. So I mean, that is significantly cheaper, and it makes a really big difference at the end of the day when you count it all up. I mean, that's like a £70 difference a week, which is like 140 a year. I mean, if you think about it, it's a lot. So yeah, that is one of the big pros of coming to QM. Rent is significantly cheaper. Number 4. QM is so diverse. Now, of course, all London universities have that characteristic, but I think QM transcends just cultural diversity, and I feel like I find people from all sorts of backgrounds, being it socioeconomic backgrounds, being it nationality, background, areas of study, everything. I really find people from all corners of the world and all kinds of upbringings, which is something that I don't usually find in other universities that tend to be more elitist. So yeah, that is not a thing at QM, and I really value that. I'm trying to get through these points quite quickly because I don't want to babble too much. 5th thing is the fact that QM is in East London. As I mentioned before, the rent prices are cheaper, but along with that, actually East London is a very trendy and upcoming place. It's close to places like Shoreditch, like Hackney, like Hoxton, a lot of places that are extremely trendy around the premises of Queen Mary that you can explore. And these places are actually places that people are trying to, relocate to and trying to grow businesses there, and these places are really starting to buzz up. You either walk there or bus there, so you're never too far away from where the fun is. So number six is the fact that QM is a part of the University of London board. this comes with its own perks. Now, one of the perks that it comes with, for example, is that you're able to register for a student library card for other universities that are part of University of London. For example, if I wanted to get a King's Library card, I would be able to do that and use their libraries as well. And also there, you can apply for intercollegiate halls as well, which you wouldn't be able to if you were not part of University of London. So that is really good as well. Number 7. The 7th thing that I have to say that is one of the really good things about Queen Mary is the fact that it has a wide range of study abroad options. I know a lot of people want to do it, so Queen Mary is a good place for that. It has so many study abroad options. I mean, any country that I wanted to go to, it had a study abroad option to go to that country, and usually it's with very reputable universities in those countries as well. For example, the study abroad option to go to Seoul in Korea was to National Seoul University, which is the best university in the country. Also, we had study abroad options to go to NUS, which is National University of Singapore, which is one of the best universities in Asia. And we have a lot of good study abroad options, University of Melbourne, for example. And it's not just going abroad as well. I think every semester we have a lot of students that come from other countries. So I became very close friends with a lot of study abroad students that were here for 1 semester or 2 semesters. So people from universities like USC, we had someone from NYU here as well. We have partnerships with a lot of reputable and well-known universities around the world that can really jazz up your CV and just overall open up and broaden up your horizons. So the 8th thing about Queen Mary University that is very, very positive is the fact that QM has a very wide range of courses. Now, I know a lot of universities are known for specific I'd say subset of courses, like LSE of course is known for economics. I wouldn't be able to say, yeah, QM is known for X, Y, and Z courses. I really can't say that because it has such a broad range of subjects, which I think is a very good feature of the university because first of all, at this point you would have already made your choice. But if you haven't made your choice yet, if you're an AS student, it gives you a wide range of options to choose from. And secondly, also, once you come to the university, you have the chance of making friends with people that come from all sorts of courses, which is always a good thing because they can add value to your life in so many different ways and teach you about things that you would have never known before. So the 9th best thing about Queen Mary University, this one's a bit random and I'm not sure if a lot of people are going to consider it a good thing, but I consider it a really good thing, is the fact that we graduate in the summer. Now, I know so many universities that graduate in like arbitrary times, like I think Imperial graduates like in the middle of the winter, like January or something, when everyone else has already graduated. And I personally been graduating like relatively soon to the completion of your degree. It makes more sense. A lot of universities actually have multiple graduation dates, and sometimes they're not the most preferable, and sometimes if you're doing a master's, for example, they make you graduate the next upcoming year. It's just one of those things that people don't think about when they apply to university, and at the end of the day it doesn't matter that much, but it's a bit better, it's better. So the 10th thing that's really good about Queen Mary University, I'm a little bit reluctant to say it because I know a lot of people are going to disagree, but I think it really depends from person to person. But as an overall, I think I stand by this point, is the fact that Queen Mary has relatively less volume of work in comparison to other big universities in London. Now, that means that when you compare from course to course, I think that at Queen Mary, the volume of your work and maybe a little bit of the difficulty of your work as well will be less. And that is a good thing because it means that the chances of you graduating with a first are a lot higher. Generally, people at Queen Mary, even though there are some people that really take school seriously and really try to, bag that first, a lot of people are really just going for 2-1s, which means that if you really try hard to get a first, it is a lot more probable for you to get it than in another big university. I know a lot of people are going to take this the wrong way, but it's a good thing. At QM, you can really stand out a lot more easily if you really try. To put it in a condensed, shortened phrase, I would say it's easier to get a first class honors at Queen Mary University. I personally think that's true. I don't have really any statistical evidence behind me to back this point up, so you have to take my advice with a grain of salt. Right now I am doing a master's with people that, you know, went to UCL, LSE, King's, Imperial, etc., and we have talked about, you know, different volume of work that's given and the difficulty of getting a first, and I do think it's quite different from Queen Mary. That is my personal opinion that I have gathered from, you know, my primary data sources. Of course, you are free to disagree, but I think if you're really targeting to get a first, if that is a really big priority for you to graduate university with a first, Queen Mary is going to be a catalyst for that, I think. And I'm being really careful with my words because I don't want people to take it the wrong way, but at the end of the day, it's a positive thing, right? It is good, the fact that you are able to get a first a lot more easily at Queen Mary. So yeah, that is my 10th point. Those were the top 10 things and the top 10 reasons about Queen Mary University that should entice you to coming to this wonderful university. I am a very proud alum of Queen Mary. I think it has shaped the person who I am. It's given me countless and countless of unforgettable memories that I will cherish, you know, till the end of my days. And I think you should come here. I mean, not here to my bedroom, but here to Queen Mary University because of these 10 reasons. Hopefully this was helpful, and I will be posting a 10 reasons why Queen Mary is not that great. Because I want to give the two sides of the coin. I don't want to be biased in any of my advice. I want to make sure that it is objective and that it informs you in the best way possible. So I will give, you know, the opposite side of the coin and, you know, play devil's advocate as well, because that is really important. If you want to watch that video, give this video a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments below what other videos you'd like to see from me. Bye bye! And don't forget to subscribe!